guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, we are going to add text in our drafting view to illustrate a standard piping detail. So in addition, we're going to add text and tags in a plan view to annotate the building elements. So we'll be talking about text and tags in this topic. So after we learned from our last video how to create a drafting view, so we will be doing the following. So we're going to add text to our detail view. We're going to add text and tags to our model view. And then I'm going to show you how to modify a tag type simple modification. All right, so let's do this. So what I'm going to do is, here's our exercise. So we are going to start by placing an annotation, a text. So I'm going to go ahead and select the text here. The shortcut is TX. So you can click it here from your quick access toolbar. So let's click that one. So by the way, your text can also be found here on the Annotate tab, and then you can select the text here. But since the text, we always use this most of the time, so it's here on our quick access toolbar for easy access. So I'm going to select the text here. And then from the properties, I'll be using 3/32-inch Arial type of text. And then I'm going to use here a center alignment, this one. So from the Modify Place Text Contextual tab, so I'm going to select Align Center. And then I'll be using here two segments. Okay, so it adds a leader line consisting of two straight line segments. So I'm going to select this one, and then let us now start placing the text. So let's say I'm gonna place one here. So I'm gonna pick here one, and then I'm gonna pick another point here two. There you go. Okay, and then after that, so let us now add our text. So let's say I want to call this pipe. So I'm gonna type pipe, and then I'll just click outside. Okay, and then modify. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is you can actually still click that one if you want, and then you can click that move, and then you can rearrange the leader line. So it's up to you. Now if you want to add another leader to the right side, so let's say this is the illustration for your text, for your pipe here. So you just need to select again the text that you created, and then from the leader panel, so there is this option. So you can add a leader line to the left side again or to the right side. Or you can even remove the last leader line that you have placed, so that if you click several times, it will add leader line. So if you want to remove those, so it will you just need to click remove last leader continuously until it removes the leader line that you want to remove. Okay, so now I'm gonna move this one. So I want that to be pointing here because that's also my pipe, and then arrange it like this. Okay, so let us complete the text here. So I'm going to select again text, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put a leader line here again. So this one. So let's say I'm just going to point it here, gonna pick here and then here. So let's say I'm gonna put here support C specifications. Oops, specifications. Then just click outside and then modify. And then you can again click the text, and then you can resize that. Okay, something like that. Right, and then you can click that, and then you can move again. So you can also reposition the leader line on our left side. So you can put that at the middle, you can put that at the bottom left, or you can put that at the top left. Okay, so let us add another leader line to the right side. So I click this, I'm gonna put here, there you go. And then I want that to be tidy, just like this one. I want that to be placed at the top right. Okay, so just like that, and then just arrange it. So let's say I'm just gonna point it somewhere here, and there you go. Okay, so let me add another leader line. So I pick that, and then I'm going to point here, arrange that. So I want to create another right side leader line, and then let's say I want to point it here. Okay, so you get the idea. Right, so let us add more text. So I click the text again, two segments. So let's say this is my roof membrane. So I'm gonna put there roof membrane. Okay, and then let me just pick this one and then rearrange like this. There you go. Okay, and then let us add some more details here. So text, leader line, and then oops. Now I'm gonna go ahead and select no leader. So I want to place one text here. So installation shall be per roof manufacturer's recommendations. Let's click that one. So maybe I want to resize that. Something like this. Okay, and then let us add some more annotation here. Text, two segments. I pick one here. Okay, and then pick one here. So I just put provide additional layer of roof membrane at pipe support locations per manufacturer's recommendation. Okay, recommendations. Right, and then again, I'm just going to resize this. And then I'm going to click this and then I'll change the justification. So I click that one. I want that align left. And then I'm just going to drag it here. And then just move it here. Put one here. Change the leader location. Just tidy up your annotation. Okay? So basically, that's how you create the text. So anyway, if you want to create a new type of text, so let's say you want to make it a little bigger, or let's say you want to have an annotation or text that is a little smaller than your current text, so you can just create a new one. So you just click the text again, and then if you click the drop down arrow here, the type selector, so I have here 1/4, I have here 3 over 32-inch Arial. So if you want to create a new one, so just select edit type here, and then you just duplicate that, okay, and then just put the name here. So let's say, for example, I want 1/2 of an inch Arial, or whatever font that you want. All right, so just select OK, and then you just specify the font that you want. So in my case, I selected Arial, and then you can change here the text size. Okay, so 1/2, enter. Okay, and then you have an option if you want that to be bold, italic, underline, or you can specify the width factor, you can specify the color, you can make the line weight here, the background here, etc., etc. So after that, you just select OK, and there you go. So you just created a new type of text. Okay, so that's how you create your text. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is I'm going to open my level 2 HVAC plan view, double click that, and then I'm going to add text and tags to my model view. So what I'm going to do is, let me just zoom into this area here. So I'm going to put some tags here. Okay, so to add tags, I'm going to select the tag by category here. You can type TG. Again, the reason why your tag by category tool is placed on your quick access toolbar because you use this most of the time. but you can actually find it here on the Annotate tab, and then you can find the tag by category. Okay, so now I'm going to select tag by category, and then you have an option here. So there's an options here on the options bar, so you can uncheck the leader line if you do not want to have a leader, or just check if you want to have a leader line. So you also have an option here if you want to make it horizontal or vertical. So in my case, I'm just going to uncheck the leader line here, and then I'm now going to tag my air terminal, and there you go. So there's the tag. So I'm going to pick that to place the tag. So it depends on the family. So in my case, it shows here this detail, and then there's the volume, the airflow. Okay, so that's the airflow. So if you want to edit this tag, you just need to click that and then just select edit family. Okay, so if you want to modify the properties that your tag will gonna be showing in your project. All right. Okay, so let me just add more tags. So you can click that and then right click, create similar. Okay, so aside from selecting the tag here again, so if you want to create another tag like this, so you can just click that, or you can type CS. Click, click, and then type CS. So CS stands for create similar. Or just click that and then right click, create similar. So it's the same. So just click that one and then let us add some more annotation or tags. So I pick one here. Okay. And then I also want to place one here on my return. So click again. Okay. So you are basically placing a tag there. Okay. So aside from that, aside from doing it one by one, I'm going to select modify here. So I can go to the select modify to terminate the tag tool. So I can go to the annotate tab, and then I can select here tag all. So it says here tag all, not tag. So it adds tags to multiple elements in one step. So instead of picking it one by one, so you can actually select tag all, and then from here, so you select the category that you want to use for tagging. So in my case, I want to tag my air terminal. So I'm gonna tick the air terminal here. What else? I also want to tag the space. Oh, I mean not the air terminal. So let me try the tags for duct. So I'm going to check the duct, and then I want to tag also the space. So I'm going to check that one. Okay. So now for the leader, I do not want to add a leader, so that's why I just leave it unchecked. So you will notice, so once I select here apply, okay, so orientation, okay, so it's horizontal. Okay, so let's select here apply, and then select here okay. So there you go. So there's now the tag of your space here. So now it's overlapping with my duct here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select this one, the space, and then just move here. There you go. There you go. Okay. So as you can see, there's the tags on my dock. There's the tag on the space. Again, you just make it tidy. Okay. So you just need to move the tags that is overlapping the elements. Okay. So that it's not too dirty, just like this one. It's too dirty. But then again, I'm not going to edit this one by one because it will take a lot of time for me to do that. So I'm just showing you how to use the tag all not tag. So aside from picking it one by one to tag your elements, you can do it one shot, okay, by using tag all not tag. And then after that, just try to tidy up your drawing, like moving your space away from the elements and checking it if you have placed it nicely. Okay. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the text tool here. And then let me just add some text here. So I'll be using two segments. So let me just pick one here. And then I'll just pick, oops. So I want that to be straight. Sorry, I'm just going to undo it. Okay, so text. And then properties. I'm going to use again the 3 over 32 inch, and then 2 segments. Okay, so let's pick here 1 and then 2. All right, and then I'm just going to put here rectangular, and cap. There you go. And then just escape a couple of times, and then just tidy up your text. Okay, now if you want to modify your tag type, so let's say for example for the air terminal, so I'm going to select one of the air terminal here. So I'm going to select an air terminal tag, for example this one, and then I'm going to right click, and then there's an option here, select all instances. I'm going to select visible in all in views. Okay, so visible in views. So I select this one, so it will now select all the tags that you have in this floor plan. Okay, so as you can see, it's now all highlighted. Okay, and then from here you can change the type. Okay, so you can click the drop down arrow. So let's say you can use diffuser tag type name. So you can select that one, and let's see, there you go. As you can see, it's now updated. Okay, so basically that's how you select an element within a view, in your current view, and then change the type, okay, from the type selector. Right, so that's how you add some text and tags in Revit. Okay, now for the next topic that we are going to talk about is we're going to place some dimensions in our model. So we are now on dimensioning. So let's do this in our exercise here. Okay, so let's say for example I have this floor plan. So let us just put a dimension here. So we are going to place dimension for the fixtures. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to select align dimension. So let's select this one. Actually, even if you do not select the tool align dimension, you can also select the elements in your model to generate the dimension. Okay, so like for example, I'm going to show you that before this one. So let's say I'm going to select this lavatory here. So let's say this one. I'm going to click this. And then you will see some temporary dimension. So this is temporary dimension because if you're going to click outside, it will disappear, right? Because it's a temporary dimension. So I'm going to select again this lavatory. Okay, and then after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the distance here. I'm going to make that 2 feet. So I'm just going to type 2 and then enter. So there you go. So you are able to change the distance of your lavatory by just simply changing the value of your temporary dimension. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make that temporary dimension permanent. So again, I'm going to select this lavatory, and then you see this icon here. It says make temporary or make this temporary dimension permanent. So you can click that, and there you go. You just click outside. It will now turn that temporary dimension to permanent. So let me just deselect the select links here because it always highlights when I click the link. I do not want that to happen. Right. Now, so I'm going to click this dimension that I have created. So let's say I'm just going to place it here. So you can drag that. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to lock it. So I'm going to click that one, and then you can lock. Okay, so you can lock that so that it will not change the dimension of your lavatory from this wall here. You cannot change it. Okay, you see, you cannot drag because it's locked. Alright, so that's the use of lock. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one, And then as you can see here from the options bar, so there is an option here like prefer. So there's the wall faces, and then wall center line, and then you have the center of core, and then faces of core. So that is the justification of your dimension to your wall. So in my case, I want my dimension to be at the face of my wall. So I want to use the wall faces. Okay, and also there is an option here, witness lines. So again, if you're going to select your dimension, so there's the witness line. So there is edit witness lines. So I just click that one. So let's try this one out. So let's click that. So as you can see, it will continue now the dimension. So let's say I want to place one here. Click that. Okay. And then I'm going to add more dimension here. There you go. Okay, so you get the idea. So you just need to place a dimension from here. Okay, so I'm going to click another one here. Okay, and then after that, you can select your modify. Oops, sorry. So it shouldn't be like that. So select again. So edit witness line. So let's click. You need to click outside, not select modify. Once you're done, just click outside. Do not click any elements or just click at the blank space to finish up your dimensioning. And there you go. Okay. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select again the dimension here. So let's select edit witness to add the dimension between the water closet here to the wall below. Okay. So I'm just going to pick this space here. Okay, so I'll just click that one, and then I'll just click again on the blank space here. So basically, that's how you terminate placing your dimension. Okay, so aside from doing it manually by selecting align dimension, okay, so you can also do this, okay? You can also do that just like that, okay? Just like you're doing in AutoCAD. So you can do dimensioning like this, aside from the way I created our first sets of dimensions. So anyway, I'm just going to cancel this one. So by the way, once you're done, again, just click outside to place that. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this one. All right. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is let us try to change the dimension. So let's change the dimension. So I'm going to select my water closet here. So let's try to edit the dimension here. Okay, the dimension that we have placed. So I'm going to select. You cannot double click this one. You cannot do that because you can just override it, replace it with text, or you can put a text field above, below that dimension. So if you want to change the distance or the value of your dimension, not just simply overriding it, do not click and then click again, because it will just let you to replace your dimension with text or place above text, prefix, suffix, or below. It will not be able, you will not be able to change the actual value. So if you really want to change the dimension or the distance of your water closet, so you need to select the element. So in our case, the water closet. So you need to select the family, so the plumbing fixture. So I'm going to select that one. And then you will notice that it will become somehow temporary dimension again. So on that instance, you can now click that dimension. There you go. And then you can type now the distance that you want. So let's say I want 1 foot and 6 inches. So I'm going to type 1 space 6. So Revit will read it as 1 foot 6 inches. So I'm going to press enter. Okay. What happened? So I'll just remove the constraint first so that it will follow. So I remember I locked the dimension a while ago. It shouldn't be like this. So let me just cancel this one out. So let me select this one. Okay, so we have a lock dimension there. Okay, so I'll select this, change this one, 1 space 6 inches, enter. So I'll just remove the constraint. Okay, so I click this. There you go. So it's now 1 foot 6 inches. Okay, so that's how you change it. So you just select and then you just change the dimension here. Okay, so now the next thing that we're going to do is let us try to do that as well here. So I'm going to select this, and then after that let us change the value here. So let's say I want this to be 5 foot, and then enter. There you go. So I'll just remove the constraints that I have here on the other side. So just remove that. So there you go. So it's now changed to 5 foot. Okay, so let us try to do that on the dimension here as well. So I select this one, and then I select this. So let's say I want this to be 3 feet, enter. There you go. And then this one I select, and then I change. Oops, I select this one, and then I'll change this. So let's say 3 feet space 6 inches, enter. There you go. So that's what I would like for that dimension. Okay, so now as for this model that we have here, so maybe just to tidy it up, I'm just going to use align here. So I select modify, align. So I select this line here, and then let me just align this one. Okay, so same with this. Let's align that to tidy up. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to select again the dimension string that I have here, and then I'm going to lock this one. Okay, so I'm going to lock that except for this one. So I'm going to lock the rest. Okay, so meaning to say this dimensions here is locked now to that dimension except for this one. Okay, so except for this one. So basically you can also do that one. Okay? Right. Now, if you want to do it manually as well, another way is the one that I have shown you a while ago. Just click the dimensioning tool here, and then, yep, it's up to you. How do you want to place your dimension? So you can do it like this, or you can also do it the way I did it first, just now. You can do this procedure also. Okay. Again, if you want to create a new type of dimension, so you can just select that and then just select edit type. Same way you created the text type. So just edit type, duplicate it, change the name, and then just put the properties that you want here. And then after that, you can select OK. So it's just the same way you created the text type. All right? Okay, so basically that's how you place your dimension. Now, the next thing that we are going to learn is we are going to create legend. Okay, so the legend here is not automatic, so you need to create it manually. Okay, I know you are so disappointed in legend in Revit, but that's really how it works. So you really need to do it manually. Okay, so let's try to create a legend. So after we have learned how to place dimension, how to place tags and text, so let us learn how to create legend. Okay, right. So to create legend, so what you need to do is you need to go to the project browser, and then you can see there's the legends there. So you just need to right click that and then just select new legend. Okay, so just select that one and then select new legend. Right, and now for the name here, so let's say we are going to create an HVAC legend. So HVAC legend. Okay, and then for the scale, so let us just use the default scale. And then after that, just select here OK. Okay, so we just created now our legend. So let us just expand this. Expand. Oh, this one. Sorry. Yes. So there's our legend. So let us now add some details to our legend. So like what I have said earlier, legend in Revit is quite manual. So when you create that, okay. So let's do this. So let's add some text. So I select the text here, and then after that, so from the properties, I want to create a new type of text. So I select edit type. Let's duplicate this, and then after that, so let's put the text. So let's say I want 3/16 inch Arial. Okay, and then OK. And then again, let's change the text size here to 3/16. Enter. And then I want that to be bold. And then I want that to be underlined. Right? Okay, and then after that, select OK. I do not want to have a leader line, so I select no leader. And then let us now pick. Right, so let's zoom in. So I'm just going to type here HVAC legend. Okay, and then select modify. So now that we have created our title, so we are now going to add annotation symbols, notes, and model elements. Okay, so to do that, you need to go to the Annotate tab, and then there's the component, and then there's the legend component. So let's click the legend component. Okay, and then we are going to use this one. So you can change the type here from the drop down arrow, and then you can select here the legend that you want, or the family that you want to be included to your legend. Okay, so in my case, I'll be using this one, the supply diffuser. So I'm just going to place one here, and then after placing one, so let's click this and let's look for another air terminal. So let's say I'm looking for a return diffuser. So I have the return diffuser 24/24 phase 12/12 connection. So I select this one, and then let us place here. So there you go. So I'm going to place another one. So let's say an exhaust grill. So let's look for that. Okay, so I'll select this one, and then let's place one here. Okay, and then let us put another air terminal. So let's say side grill. I think we have a side grill side wall here. So I use this one 18/8 side wall, and then I'm just going to place it here. Okay, and then I select here modify. Now if you want to tidy up, so let's just align it. So let's go to modify, align. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't allow us to align. So basically what I can do is I can just drag, I can select the elements and then just drag just to align it. Okay, there you go. So you get the idea, right? Just align there. Oops. Okay, so let me just put it away and then drag again. Some reason it's not aligning. Oh, there you go. All right. Okay, so for this one, so I'll just put one here. Okay, and then let us add more symbol. Okay, so I'm going to go back again to annotate, and then there's a symbol here. So let's add symbol. Okay, so let's click the drop down arrow, and then let's look for a symbol for, let's say, supply. So there's supply here. Okay, tag diffuser. Okay, so there's a diffuser tag. So I select this one, and then I'm just going to place one here, and then modify. Okay, and then the next thing that we are going to do is let us add some text. Okay, so let's add text to our model here. So I'm just going to place one here. So let's select the text tool. So we'll be using 3/32 inch. So let's click that. Let's place one here. Okay, so I call this supply diffuser. Okay, then I'm gonna place one here. So this is our return diffuser. Okay, and then this is our exhaust grill. Exhaust grill, and then I have a sidewall supply diffuser. All right. Okay. Now what I want to do is I select this. I'll just change the justification to left, 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 left. Okay, and then let's just tidy up this. There you go. There you go. Okay, and then let us add some more dimensions or details here. So I select the text, two segments. So let me add a detail here. So let's say this will gonna be the diffuser type designation. Okay. Okay, and then I have one here like pointing to this. So that is diffuser size example 24 by 24 diffuser with a 10 inches diameter neck. Okay, and then just click outside. Okay, again, let us just tidy up this. So let's select this, change the justification to right. There you go. About top, pointing there. Okay, so let's right. There you go. Just tidy it up. Okay, and then for the air quantity here, so let's put a text. Okay, so that's air quantity. Okay, so air quantity. There you go. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is let us now add some lines. So let's add the outside frame. Okay, so let's add the outside frame. So I'm going to select detail line here. So I select the detail line, and then from the line style, I'll be using wide lines, and then I'll use rectangle here. So I'm gonna pick here, and there you go, and then modify. Okay, and then again, you can just arrange this one. So let's select this. Let's tidy it up. Okay, here. There you go. Let's select this. So maybe like this. Okay, and oops, let's copy this. Okay, so this will gonna be our diffuser tag. All right, and then let's create another detail lines, detail line. So let's change that to medium. So do we have a medium here? So there's the medium lines. All right, so let's place one here. Let's place one here. Okay, so we can fix that lines, overlapping lines later on. So let me just place this one first. There you go. So let me just put it here. Now maybe I can just resize this. Then select these guys here. Then move. Let's move this. Let's just fix. Let's move it up. Let's point it there. So as much as possible, make it tidy so that it's nice when you print it. Okay, air quantity. And there you go. Okay, of course you can just, oops, change that sizes. Okay, so you get the idea. Just what I'm trying to say is just tidy up your legend. Okay, so if it is too big, there you go. Anyway, there you go. So that's how you create your legend. So you need to do it manually. So I know you guys are disappointed, but this is how you create legend in Revit. Okay, and then you see now your legend here. So you can insert this to several sheets if you want. Okay, so you don't need to duplicate. So let's say you want to put HVAC legend in every sheet. You can do that by simply dragging this legend inside the sheets. All right. Okay, so that's how you create your legend. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is let us create a schedule. Okay, so let's create a schedule. So let's say we are going to create a lighting fixture schedule. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. So we're going to create and modify a lighting fixture schedule. Okay, so far we have learned how to create and place text and tags, how to place dimensions, and then how to create a legend. And then this time, so let us learn how to create our schedule. Okay, so specifically, how to create and modify a lighting fixture schedule. Okay, so to do that, so let's start creating a schedule. So how to create a schedule? So from the project browser, so there's the schedules here. So just right click that, and then you can now see here new schedule quantities. So just click that one, and then after that, so let's look for lighting fixtures from the category here. So you can click one and then type L, and then look for lighting fixture, and then you can specify the name here. Okay, so you can put the name here, and then after that select OK. So make sure schedule building components is selected, and then under the new construction phase, and then just select OK. There you go. So now here on your schedule properties, this is where you need to select now the fields first. These are the fields that you want to show on your schedule. So you can select from here. So let's say I want to show the type mark. Okay, so the type mark of my lighting fixture. So let's say I want to include the manufacturer. So I want to include the model. So let's say I want to include the lamp information. And then I want to put the electrical data. Okay, and then the description. So if you want to put description, so you want that to be in the schedule, so you just add it from there as well. Okay, so now the next thing that we are going to do is let us try to group this, sort and grouping. Okay, so that's the reason why you have a sorting and grouping here. So how do you want your schedule to be grouped? So let's say I want that to be grouped by type mark. So you can click the drop down arrow here and then you can select type mark. So you click that one and then you can uncheck itemize every instance. So we do not want to itemize every instance because it will gonna be very long. Okay, I'm going to show you how it will gonna be look like if this is itemize every instance is checked. So I'm just going to leave it check. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select here OK. Click that one. And then you will now see that your schedule now is very long because it's itemized. So if you have 100 type A's, 100 type B's, it will show you here 100. So if you have 1000 C, 1000 D, so it will show you here that particular number of fixture. But don't worry, in case you have done that, you can just always go to the properties and then you can go to the sorting and grouping, click edit, and then you can just uncheck that. Okay, so let's uncheck this one and then select OK. And there you now. There you go. Okay, and then of course you can just put the manufacturer here and then the model and then the description. Okay, so if you do that, no need for you to go to each of the lighting fixture in your model and then specify the manufacturer and then the model. Because any changes that you made here on your schedule, it will populate as well in the whole model. Okay, so if you put your manufacturer here, manufacturer let's say for example company A, and then enter, so the Revit will tell you this change will be applied to all elements of the type of this type. Okay, so just select OK. And then if you want to see where's this type A, so just click that. You click this, any of this row, okay, or any of this column on the row A, and then you go to the highlight in model. You click that. So it's now highlighted here. Okay, so just select close if you see this on window. So as you can see, it's now highlighted here. So all the type A's are highlighted. If you check the type property of that and then move the slider down, you can now see that there's your manufacturer. And then if you put a model here, so let's say this is my model ABC, and then I select here apply, it will apply now to this type of lighting fixture. I select OK. If I go back to the schedule, it's now updated. So I go back again to the schedule that I have created. So I double click that. So as you can see, it's now updated, right? So that's the power of scheduling in Revit. So this is a very important tool that you need to learn in Revit. So it's building information modeling. So it's the letter I in BIM, information. So any changes that you made here, any information that you put on your schedule, it will populate to the rest of the model. Okay, so no need to go to each lighting fixtures one by one because you can already do that on the lighting fixture schedule. Okay, and another thing that you can do in your schedule, you can filter it. Okay, so let us go to the properties. That's the reason why there's a filter there. So just select edit. Okay, so let's filter this. So let's say I want to filter this by not filter yet. So let's say I want to add fields. Okay, so I want to add fields. So let's say I want to include the count and then the level. So I want to include the level. So let's try that. Count and level, and then I select here OK. Alright, so we are going to fix this one. Okay, so let us change this first. Let's change the name. I only want second floor. So second level 2 or second floor lighting fixture schedule. Okay, now we have added the count field and then the level field. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter this to level 2. I only want second floor. So to do that, so let's go to the filter. And then on the filter, so let's filter it by level. Okay, that is equal to, guess what? Level 2. Okay, so just select level 2. And then after that, we can go to the format. And then we can select the count here, or I mean the level. So I'm going to select the level here, and then I'm just going to hide it. So I'm just going to hide this level here because it's already understood that we want second floor. So we do not want to show level 2 here once we finish this setting up on our schedule properties, because we already named it second floor. So no need for you to select your level 2 because it's already understood. So that's why what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select the level here and hide that field. So we are going to hide this level. We are not going to remove this field, but we are just going to hide it. So that's why we select here hidden field for the level. So I just select OK, and there you go. Okay, so it's now filtered based on level 2 because on our filter here, we filter it based on level 2. So what if we are not going to hide that level? Okay, I'm gonna uncheck this. Okay, so it will show you here level 2. So you don't need to show this because you're already saying here that you are creating a second floor lighting fixture schedule, right? Okay, but you do not remove this because you are using this to your filter. That is the reason why we just need to hide that. Okay, so hide that field and then OK. Okay, and then you can also add a description here. Okay, so let's say for example I want to add for type mark A, so I want to put here 2 by 2. So let's say what's this, recess parabolic, and then enter. So again, it will apply to all elements of that particular type, and then select OK. All right. Okay, you can actually explore these tools here, these options that you have here if you have time. So basically, that's how you create your schedule. Okay, so in this video, we have learned how to add text and tags. We have learned how to add dimension. We have learned how to create a legend. And then we have learned how to create your schedule. Okay, so that's it for this video. So hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, questions, so you can just put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So this is the whole topic for our annotations and schedule. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.